Okay, so today we're going to talk about social media tools, tools that will empower and enhance your DIY social media strategy for your brand. So, two of the things that we want to talk about is creating content and then scheduling content. So, there's a lot of different places where you can create content. You can just take a photo on your phone. But if you want to make a graphic, really Adobe or Canva are your two options. And Adobe is just requires a bit more training. So we're going to focus on Canva because it's designed for the DIY designer and really just provides an easy, intuitive way for you to create graphics or create graphics around your photos if you don't want to just post the photo by itself. So Canva gives you content options and inspiration, graphic design tools, and caption commenting. And then posting tools that we like to talk about for scheduling options are Meta Business Suite, third-party scheduling tools, which we'll talk about, and then new to the scene, which is only being beta tests in a few Instagram accounts, is Instagram scheduling. Pretty soon we'll be able to schedule directly in Instagram. So the great thing about scheduling posts is you can sit down, create all your content, create a plan, which we talked about in last session, and then you can schedule all of it. And then you can go a few weeks before you have to set up the next round of content. So it kind of gives you like a mental break. So I've even seen some people, like, especially as producers, like winter, if you have some downtime, more downtime in winter than in the growing season, like this is a great time. I've seen some people actually schedule their content for the whole year. Now, obviously there's stories and content that you can post that's in the moment. But as far as like your core content and what you're going to be talking about each season, it's kind of a great strategy for tackling your content annually. So what is Canva? Canva is a platform where once you create an account, you can create projects, you can use templates in it and customize them. You can even do some scheduling if you only have one business page that you're managing. You can actually schedule straight from Canva, and I'll show you that a little bit more here in a minute. So the great part about Canva is it has endless content templates for Reels, Facebook event banners, Instagram stories, flyers, posts for your Instagram grid, newsletters, presentations, and any blog banners that you need, plus just 100 different other things like postcards and profile pictures and logos and business cards. Pretty much if you just search, I'll go back. If you put what you want to make in this search, it will bring up all of the templates. And then right here, you have some quick things that will direct you right to what you want to make. So this is a great way to just find what you're looking for. So if you type in Instagram posts, it's going to bring up Instagram templates for you. Speaking of Instagram templates, here's an example of like all the templates that you could choose from. So you might be wondering, okay, well, this is pink and has like all kinds of elements that do not fit my brand. So what this does is it gives you a starting point so you don't have to invent the wheel from scratch. So you can change this color background, you can change the font colors, you can change the picture. So this easily could be a light yellow, and there could be bees coming out of the beehive here. And this could say honey, and like this could say coming soon. And then you could have a little bit about the farm here, and you could just delete the stars. So that would be a way that you could customize it for something happening on the farm, just as a quick example. Other great tools that Canva offers is these grids where you can just drop in your folder, your photo. So if you take your photo and just drag it in, it drops and automatically populates. Also gives you frame options. And then you also have graphics and lines and shapes. So it's basically pre-made art that you can bring in. You have all these selections. And again, the search for ideas is so key, because if you just say like turnip, it's going to bring you all the graphics for a turnip. If you say coffee beans or lettuce or beef, it's just going to give you a lot of options that you can bring into the things that you're designing, which is very cool. The other really neat thing is back on the home page where I showed you the main Canvas search bar, there's a button that you can click that's called Brand Kit. And you can load your colors and logos in the brand kit so that when you're designing, they're just right here. So that makes it really easy to just find your colors versus clicking this right here and typing in your color code. Other things that are really cool is these are all of the things that Canva can do. So you can do presentations, you can send people a view only link, a link to the template. It just has a lot of functions, embedding code, and then scheduling directly to these platforms. And then you can download what you've made. You can also upload it to the Google Drive or Dropbox directly. So let's say there's someone on the team or at the farm that's managing content for you. You can invite people to your team, which I'll show you, but this is where you could save the content in case someone else is doing the scheduling, just for an example. So it has lots of features that you can explore. They also have a great education library. So if you go to Canva and you look for, I want to learn more about Canva, they have a huge learning center. So, you know, they don't teach, when you go to college for marketing, they don't teach you Canva and they don't teach you Business Suite. Like even us marketing folks are self-taught. So be adventurous and resourceful and just kind of explore these features. And in the Learning Center, there's so much that you can gain from there. So for scheduling, you know, first you have your post idea, you create your image, graphic, or video, you draft the caption that goes with it, and then you schedule it. The best way to schedule for Facebook and Instagram right now, and it's free, which raise your hand if you don't love that, so exciting, is the Meta Business Suite. You can get to the Meta Business Suite from your business page when you go to your business manager, and then click Planner. And you can schedule stories, you can schedule posts, and you just kick off your story or your post by hitting create. And it'll ask you, do you want to create a story or a post? And you select that. And then it takes you right into the steps of creating it. So again, the advantage to scheduling the content is so you don't have to post live. Because a lot of times what happens is we have the best intentions of posting something that's happening in our day. But then at the end of the day, we're like, oh, I never got that post up. So like once a week, once a month, or like I said, some people do it for the year or for the quarter even, you know, it's just schedule all of the content, what you know you want to talk about, what you want to promote, and what stories you want to tell in your business. And then you can take a break. Then you're not married to it every day, which can be a really great way to not get creative fatigue. So what you'll do is you'll pick the platform that you're posting on, and then you'll add an image or a video. You'll customize for Facebook or Instagram and write the caption. And then you just select your schedule date and time. And if you want to post at different times on Facebook and Instagram respectively, it lets you differentiate that right here. It will also show you a preview of what you just made right here, so you can check it. And you can toggle right here in between Facebook and Instagram because it will have a different look, just to make sure everything's looking great before you hit post or schedule. Third-party scheduling tools, if you don't want to use MetaSuite, that we love is Loomly, Planoly, Later, and Hootsuite. Loomly is great because it lets you schedule Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Google, YouTube, Snapchat, and TikTok. So it's the most comprehensive scheduler. Planoly lets you schedule Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok. And then Later lets you schedule Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and TikTok. And then Hootsuite, which lets you schedule Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok. Another one that we like if you're writing these down and you want to explore them, because remember, Business Suite is only for Facebook and Instagram. So if you have any other platforms, you might consider one of these so that you can schedule everything at the same time and you don't have to be logging into Twitter and posting something, logging into LinkedIn and posting something, and then going to Meta Business Suite and doing your Facebook and Instagram. So one of these could be a great tool. Another one that's really awesome that we didn't put on here because there's just so many, but these really are the top 5, I would say, is Sprout Social. But the thing that we love about Loomly is it lets you post on Google, which is a pretty new thing, as well as Snapchat. And then it also lets you schedule first comment, which I'll talk about in a little bit. So Loomly really is the power horse when it comes to schedulers. So we just wanted to show you a quick view too of if Instagram rolls out scheduling. This is what it's going to look like when you go to advanced settings. When you're making your post, you'll be able to click schedule and pick a time and date of when you want your post to schedule. This is going to be a game changer for a lot of entities that want to do Instagram only. So there's a big move away from Facebook right now, and people really just want to engage in Instagram, and they want Instagram to do more for them. And so this is one of the things that they're sort of testing, because right now you can't post on Instagram unless your Instagram is connected with Facebook if you're a business and you want to do advertising, like boosting a post or doing a social media ad. So if they do this, then that will eliminate the need for having to have Facebook in order to just independently work with Instagram without needing Facebook, which we are crossing our fingers for that this becomes a reality, because it will be a game changer. So you might be wondering if you can collaborate on Canva with a team. And absolutely, if you have a farm or you're a producer that has several, helpers, and more than one person has an interest in social media, or, as everyone's out in the field or working the farm, if they want to capture a quick picture, and then someone else captures a quick picture, then everyone is just empowered to post or design in Canva. You can have up to 5 team members in Canva without having to go up a pricing tier when you have Canva Pro. You can get Canva for free. You're just limited on the number of shapes and photographs and design elements that you're allowed to use, because of course they want everyone to be a paid subscriber. So you can do a lot in the free space though. So you might be wondering, how can I schedule Instagram Reels? If you've started doing Reels, you can schedule Reels on Loomly, but it won't publish without a manual action. So we get this question a lot of like, oh my goodness, I just want to put my phone down. I want to have all my content scheduled, and I do not want to have to come to this social media today. I just want a break. And so if I could schedule my Reels for the week and not have to touch social media, that would be amazing. But unfortunately, Reels you can't schedule them. What you can do though, is you can set them up in a platform like Loomly, and Loomly will send you a notification. Are you ready to publish? And then it just walks you through like 2 or 3 clicks to just publish it manually. So at least if you're out and about, you don't have to like write a caption, make your reel, find your hashtags. That's already done. You just the manual like 3 clicks to get it published. So at least it's a little bit helpful. So like I mentioned before, can I schedule first comment for hashtags? So in the last session, we talked about the importance of hashtags and how they work and why we use them. What's so great is you can schedule them in Loomly as your first comment. We also talked about the importance of first comment. When we do a post and someone comments on it right away, it tells the algorithm that, wow, people really like this. They're responding to it really quickly. I'm going to push it out even more. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll sort of trick the system and post the hashtags as the first comment, and Loomly lets you schedule that. So you can be completely hands off, which is very, very handy. Also, hashtags drive SEO, and they also help people find you. And so having them in the first comment still achieves the same goal as having the hashtags in the caption. So there's no difference there. Can I add a location or tags and scheduling tools? Absolutely. So when you're making your caption, you can add any tags, or you can mark your location. in the post creation process and still schedule it, and the system will honor that information. The only thing you want to do is that oftentimes, if you don't know this, maybe you do, is the tag is different on Facebook than it is on Instagram. But if you remember where we talked about how you could put the toggle on and see the post preview for Instagram and Facebook, you can customize in the scheduling process the post for each platform to make sure that your tags are actually hyperlinking to the account that you're tagging. As far as location goes, there's no special process there. So now I would love to open it up for any questions anybody has.
Great. Do you want to stop recording though?
Yes.